Hello everyone. I hope everyone who's watching here today is having a great day. Welcome back to my channel. So spring has sprung for you guys up there in the northern hemisphere. Here we are getting ready for winter. It is autumn for us down here. So this is my first spring video for 2025. And I hope to be doing more spring videos, including my aquarium nail. Oh my gosh, I haven't thought of one. I haven't thought of an idea for spring aquarium set. Okay, you guys, you do realize that I do try an aquarium set for each season, like Valentine's, Halloween. I don't know if I mentioned it or if you guys noticed. Oh, by the way, the first yellow that I just applied here was too dark or dull for me, and I needed a brighter one, so I removed it and I chose this one. All right, so I will not be talking too much in this video. No, about the set. I'll be talking about something else, so I'll be jumping in every now and then. I hope you guys are all doing well today, and you are taking care of yourselves and your loved ones. If not, I hope you have faith that it will pass, because it will pass. That part I can tell you, but what I cannot tell you is it's gonna be fine, because I don't know if it will be fine, and I hate it when people tell me it's gonna be okay when it's not gonna be okay. I mean, I know the intention is well, but I don't like to hear someone say it's going to be okay when you do not know it's going to be okay. But anyway, that's me. Forget about that. Okay. So I thought that I should do what I promised you guys that I'm going to do, which is tell you guys about my puppy. He's not a puppy. He's big now. My dog, Jack. But I decided to choose this video because this is a very simple design. There's no need for me to walk you guys through everything. So I'm going to tell you guys about how my family came about having pet dogs. Initially, my youngest son, he was scared of dogs. In fact, he was actually scared of all animals. He was even scared of swimming until we taught him how to swim, and now we can't get him out of the water. So we thought that, I thought that he should get used to dogs, because he must realize that there's nothing scary about dogs. His fear is not real or realistic. So we thought that we must get him a puppy that will grow up with him. Then they'll get used to each other that way. So we sat him down and we asked him if he'll be okay with it. And this is how we were going to do it. We start with the puppy and all that. He was around 7, 8 then. And he understood. We spoke to him in a way that he could understand. And he said, yeah, he was excited. He'll give it a try. Though he was very nervous. So we decided to do research on dogs that are children friendly, and that they are going to be, intelligent enough that when you teach them, don't do this to the child or don't do that, then it will listen, type of thing. So we were not too good about that, but what we discovered is that pit bulls we narrowed it down to pit bulls, and we found that they're actually friendly enough for kids, and they're intelligent enough to pick up instructions and listen to instructions and obey instructions quicker than most animals. So we said we'll give it a try. So how we came about naming it? Well, while we were looking for the pit bull pup, we were thinking, okay, now we have to come up with the name for the dog. And we were thinking, and then it came to me that we are a family that actually loves the movie The Incredibles. And around that time, The Incredibles was still fairly new. So we decided on the name Dash, because the character Dash, he's known for his superpower is speed. And then we thought, perfect. Pit bulls are notorious for their strength and their speed. So we thought, yeah, because we still didn't even know if it was gonna be a boy or a girl. We're still looking, and then I thought maybe we must choose a unisex name or a name that will be for both. So we thought Dash would be perfect. Okay, we got her. It was sad. She was malnourished. And, you can't report these kind of things because they don't take them seriously. Or you stop the one, 5 more of those type of people pop up everywhere. Okay, I don't know if you understand, but never mind. She was just not in good health, but we nursed her back into health, and she loved us. In fact, she loved me the most. She just wouldn't leave me alone. From the day she came here, she just attached herself to me. She was cold. You could see that she's freezing, but instead of staying in a warm room, if I stood up to go to the kitchen or go anywhere, she would just follow me. She was just too cute. And she was so thin and so malnourished. You could see her ribs and, her eyes were bulging out of her socket. But anyway, she became fine. She became well. Then, unfortunately, she grew up. She grew up a hell of a lot quicker than anybody had anticipated, because she outgrew my son, the son that we got her for. She outgrew the house. She was just wild everywhere, tearing things up, and she became too strong for the kids. They ended up being scared to even play with her because, oh, my poor baby girl, my poor Dash, my poor dog. She didn't know her own strength, and she didn't know she was too wild or she was too rough, because growing up with them, she realized, oh, they love me, they love to play with me. And then she got bigger, and every time she saw them, she got excited, but she didn't realize that she was actually scaring them, and they were getting scared to play with her, because instead of playing with them, she would push them, and she would push them hard, and they were still tiny, they were still small. So what I'm doing here is I'm trying to make the bulge of what I did just lay a little bit flatter. It didn't make much of a difference. It did make a difference. It's the one on the right that I was filing, and the one on the left I had left. Anyway, all right. Where was I? So she would be wild and play too rough with them. She was just shame. She really didn't know her strength. So much so when we would walk her, she would pull us, and if other dogs saw her, they would just go wild, and they would wanna, come to the gate and just attack her, and we couldn't pull her away. She just became too strong, and so she ended up sleeping outside because she was just too wild and rough inside the house. And anyway, then there was a time where she was so wild and rough that she came running towards me. When she saw me, she was so excited. I was like, oh crap, how am I gonna escape her? So I ducked, like I tried to dodge her advances. And I don't know what went wrong. She tripped me, but it wasn't her fault. She was just too fast and too excited and too in the moment. She pushed me, I flipped, or I swung, I spun out of, and then I landed on my pocket, and my phone was in my pocket, and it cracked. And it wasn't like a small crack, it was like a major, because I fell hard on the floor. Anyway, that was her. And then let me talk quickly about her before the video ends, so I can talk about Jack. So her name was Dash. She was a female pit bull, and she finally grew up to be a big baby. She grew up to be a big, smart, brave, cute little smart, very friendly to everybody pit bull. She was dumb to be friendly to everybody. She wasn't supposed to be friendly to everybody. She was supposed to be protective of the kids, but she was just friendly to everybody, strangers, everybody. She was but she was cute. She was beautiful, as you can see. Okay, By the way, I need to say this in case there are some people who are listening to this who might have wrong belief or understandings about pit bulls. They are highly intelligent. They have big hearts. They are very friendly and very protective of their owners, and they don't just go around barking at everybody or anything for no reason. They are strong. I think instinctively they know that they are strong, so they don't need to be making a noise about it. I think maybe that's why I loved her so much, because I prefer people who rather let their hands do the work instead of them running their mouth. Oh, I can do this, I can do that, I can do this, I can, and when it's time to do it, no, there's no action. So I felt like I loved her for that. She only did what she needed to do, but the whole time she was just not barking. She was a quiet lady. All right, so yeah, like I said, she grew up and she started becoming a pit bull. She started digging. She started digging everywhere. She started digging all around my yard. And this little thing found me at my house doing gardening. And she came and messed it up. I tried to work around her. I tried to accommodate her. And she would just always dig up my seedlings. And I grew all types of vegetables, like peppers, different types of peppers. I grew cabbages, broccoli, I like vegetables. And then I grew fruits and some flowers, beautiful flowers. And she would just dig them up. And I would do that from like seeds. I wouldn't buy like the things ready started from the nursery or something. I would start them myself, and I got used to it. And then I had to stop because it was either her or the garden. And it got to a point where, because I was helping my mom and some other people with the vegetables, so after a very, 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 very long and excruciating deliberation, we decided to let her go. And we took her to an adoption center, and they told us that they didn't give her to the people to adopt her. There was someone who was working there who wanted her, and them being kind, and I was like, okay, I'm a lot happier or more comfortable knowing that she is taken by someone who works there. All right, I hope they did well with her. I hope so. Then came Jack. How did we come about? And when we were giving her away, the kids were sad. But they were more relieved because she was actually holding them hostage in the house. When they would come out, she would get so happy and excited, like, yay, they're here to play with me. But they were like, nah, we are not here for you because you are just too wild and too rough. Like, she grew up so quick. She grew up too quick for them. If you have a pit bull, if you had a pit bull and you know what I'm talking about, you would know what I'm talking about. But I don't know about other breeds as big as her, if they too grow up that quick. I think they probably do. So they were kind of relieved that, okay, we are sending her to someone who's going to look after her properly, and we get to have our house back. She was actually holding all of us hostage, you could say. Okay, like years later, because I thought maybe he saw that, okay, dogs are okay, he's not scared of them anymore. So I thought, okay, he's done with that. But then he asked for another dog, but then he was, can we not get a small breed? And I said, okay, I guess I can't deprive him of that, because since I made him get used to dogs and showed him that they're actually not that bad, why not? So we decided small breed, and we had an option between a Jack Russell or a Yorkshire Terrier, both of them are terrier. And then we decided to go with the Jack Russell Terrier. Then while we were looking for a Jack Russell, We did the same thing as we did with Dash. We did the research, what type of dogs they are, what do they like, what do they not like, will we be able to accommodate them for their needs and likes and all that. Same as Dash. I will not call them by their names because some of you may not know who's who. So I'll say the Pit Bull, which is the first dog that we got, and then the Jack Russell that we got later. So the Jack Russell, when we were in researching, we also decided, by the way, we have to come up with a name. And we thought of names and we thought of names. And I'm like, guys, why don't we just keep it in the family? We had a Dash from The Incredibles. We can have Jack from The Incredibles. And the Jack Russell we're going to get is a Jack Russell. So Jack Russell. So, and we were like excited. Yeah, Mama, you thought about it and good idea. And we love that idea. Okay, that's how Jack got the name Jack before we even got Jack. And it was appropriate. It was the perfect name because in the movie, the baby, Jack, he is so cute and so adorable and he loves laughing and he's just too cute. But when there's danger, you better be careful. Exactly with my Jack Russell. He's exactly like that. So let me tell you the comparison between the Pit Bull when we had her and the Jack Russell now that we have her. So I put on the stickers here because I loved how they look. So I was trying to do something closer to the ones that I made by hand, and because I wanted everything to blend in, I applied matte top coat, and I love this Vendini top coat because matte top coat, because with other matte top coats, what I found that if you apply another layer of top coat of the matte top coat, it would leave streaks and visible, very visible. Look, I'm showing you that they're blended in. They are all one, as if I put one full layer of top coat. And as you saw, I only applied the top coat on the stickers. I love this top coat, by the way. Okay, so Jack. By the way, where was I? Okay, comparing the two dogs. So this Jack Russell compared to the Pit Bull is not friendly at all. Like Jack is so not friendly. He sees a stranger, he will bark at you. You will try to be friends with him. Within an hour, he will still be barking at you. If he doesn't know you, he will not try to know you. If he sees that, okay, you're a visitor, he'll keep away from you. But you try to play with him, oh no, you could lose your hand. And he growls, as small as he is, as tiny as he is, he growls loud. Like I've never even heard our Pit Bull growl that loud. Okay, and he's more manipulative. The Jack Russell is more manipulative than the Pit Bull. Both of them are highly intelligent. The Pit Bull listens to you and obeys. The Jack Russell, he listens, but it's to his advantage. It's almost as if he knows that if I do this, I'm going to get that. If I don't do this, I'm not going to get it, so I'm not going to do it. Anyway, I'll tell you more about Jack in another video, but the video is coming to an end. I didn't even get to give a fun fact. Let me know what you think about this video and about my two babies, baby boy and baby girl. You may obviously also tell me about what you think about the set. I loved it. I loved doing it. I enjoyed myself. I love the colors. I love everything blending in. Thank you very much, everyone, for being here and watching my videos. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Take care and subscribe.